Well, I want to rehash some of this old information. Actually, I knew this information umpteen years ago, probably before the internet was a big thing, and they had 286 computers back then. And what the hell did you call those damn things? They weren't even blogs. They were like little text files you'd post out there. There wasn't even nothing out there. They had email, but it was more like text. This information is ancient. I knew about all this stuff way back when. I don't even know how many people even know about it today. It's kind of pertinent because you got old Hillary's going to probably be our next president. I hate to say it, but if Warren Buffett says she is, hey. Now, the whole point of this video is I'm going to try to make it crystal clear. Like old Tricky Dick used to say. Remember Tricky Dick Nixon? I want to make this perfectly clear. Well, he probably was right in some ways. But, in that way. But let me put it to you this way. Any truther that's like a whistleblower and they're still breathing, they're probably full of it. They got some other game going, or they're part of a game. The drama, there's always like, oh, the United States is so bad. Ooh, you lost all your freedoms 100 years ago. Karen Huds, whatever her freaking name is, another yo-yo. But let me go over this, and I don't even want to just say the Clinton body bags. Hey, they got the Bush body bags too, but we don't have that list right in front of me right here. But this is there's more than this. James McDougal, Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack while in solitary confinement. He was a key witness in Ken Starr's investigation, right? About Whitewater. Mary Mahoney, former White House intern, was murdered on July 1997 at Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown. The murder happened just after she was to go public with her story of sexual harassment in the White House. I don't know, there was another one that had a shotgun to the head that was supposedly a freaking suicide, and she was a model. Like, what model would freaking do a shotgun to the head with a suicide? A model? Yeah, freaking tell me another one. Vince Foster, man, I read so many stories on this stuff. Man, they look for the... he was rolled up in a carpet and he left his body in a park or something like that. They could not find the bully, even though they found all kinds of Civil War artifacts, but they found carpet fibers all around him. Former White House counselor and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm, died of gunshot wound to the head, ruled a suicide. My whole point on this thing is, you think anybody that's threatening the powers that be is freaking a real person that's telling you the truth? If they're still breathing? Huh? Are you stupid? No. They're not. It's not hopeless, but I really can't say what the solution is, man, on the airwaves here. It's like when the freaking yo-yos were freaking landing drugs in Mena, Arkansas. The good old boys should have been out there freaking lighting up that plane, and sinking that ship right there on the ground, and then would have found out exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? Call out the freaking National Guard volunteers, baby. Ron Brown, I remember this deal. Secretary of Commerce and former Democratic National Committee chairman reported to have died of an impact in a plane crash. That was in Bosnia. Remember that? But they said they found his skull had a gunshot wound in it. And, they make fun of these like they're conspiracy theories. But at the time of his death, Ron Brown was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. The rest of the people on the plane also died. There was also a woman that walked to the freaking evac helicopter. She walked there. She walked to the evac helicopter from the plane crash. This plane crash didn't happen it was a plane crash that happened upon takeoff. It wasn't like from 10,000 feet up. And what happened, she died on the way on the evac helicopter, even though she walked to the evac helicopter. It's not in this story. So I know a lot more shit about this from way back. I guess there was an internet, what was it, the 086 computers and the 286 computers. Man, that was like, the 1990 or something. And a few days later, the air traffic controller committed suicide. Then you got Vic Razor. Razor was a major player in the Clinton Renton Funding Organization, died in a private plane crash. Oh, there's loads of these that died in private plane crashes that were fundraisers, guys that fundraised money. They knew where the money came from. I don't even know if they go. I didn't even read this shit, to tell you the truth. I was like, there's so much I know from rote memory about this guy. But, it's like we got two camps, Bush and Clinton. Watch the next presidential election. Jeb Bush versus Hillary Clinton. That's a choice. You think I'm going to vote for one of those assholes? No. It's bullshit. Crap, man. What the hell is this? And, I'm not going to knock the United States and say, what do we have, an oligarchy? No, you, the voter, can say, I don't need to take the lesser of two evils. They're both so screwed up. One's smelling of diarrhea, and another one's smelling of other type of excrement. I don't know. So screw them both, man. The hell with it. Paul Tolley, Democratic National Committee political director, found dead in a hotel room in Little Rock, Arkansas, September 1992. Dear friend of the Clintons and trusted advisor. They call these the Dixie Mafia, man. The cops would show up, and they weren't really cops. They would be like, you'd have a police car in a uniform, and somebody be a fake cop, and they'd kill somebody. There was all kinds of shit going on. Ed Wiley, Clinton fundraiser, found dead November 1993, deep in the woods in Virginia of a gunshot wound to the head, ruled as suicide. Yeah, man, everybody's suicide, baby. Anyway, Jerry Parks, I remember this, I forget, that name's familiar, headed the Clinton gubernatorial security team in Little Rock, Arkansas, going down. Oh yeah, back in the day, Hillary used to talk all Southern when she was in Arkansas. She had that Southern drawl. Then she goes up to New York and she becomes the freaking senator after JFK Jr. dies in a plane crash, just like the freaking, what do you call those? The campaign managers. When they pulled up that records of that plane crash that JFK died in, you know what happened? They covered it up with when it was on a ship, the excavation ship. They covered it up so nobody could freaking take pictures of it. Because probably there was some incriminating evidence right there. How the freaking tail section separated from the plane or some crap. It didn't really, crash and fall apart. Maybe exploded and crashed, So basically, Jerry Parks, gunned down in his car in a deserted intersection outside Little Rock. I think it was gunned down by a fake cop. That's what it was. It wasn't a real cop. It was a fake cop. I think that was the deal. He had, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. I remember this now. Park's son said his father had a building a dossier on Clinton. He allegedly threatened to reveal the information. After he died, the files were stolen from the house, man. Then James Bunch died of gunshot suicide. My point on this is, you think like Karen is freaking dropping the dimes on everybody, that Hudson, whatever his freaking stupid name is, or Alex Jones, man, Time Warner Alex Jones, or Time Warner Jesse Ventura, or Jesus Christ freaking David Icke with his Illuminati guys and the shape-shifting reptilians. Yeah, man, sure they are. Keep fucking dreaming, man. You know what? People don't even have the balls to freaking vote for other. You think they can freaking stop this shit if they don't even have the balls to vote for other? People don't even have the balls to do that. I know this for a fact because they'll just take, you got to make sure the other side loses. They're worst. Screw that, both of them, man. I can't, the Clintons probably won't have the Christian camp at all, right? But the Christians get worried with Jeb Bush. I'm like, yeah, man, Mr. Skull and Bones 322. And a lot of people died. I shouldn't even pick on the Clintons all the way here because there's a lot of people that freaking croaked about dropping dimes about, what really went on in Kuwait and 911 and all this kind of shit and all the fake setup for the Iraq war. And I'm not even against the war, to tell you the truth, man. I mean, to me, I'll be like, you don't even need to freaking give me a false flag. If you want the freaking Iraq whacked, just whack them, man. The military's, that's the job, man. You don't have to freaking play no games, man. What the hell, man? Oh, man. It's just so ludicrous that they got to freaking play games and freaking say, oh, we got to make a good reason for it. Because I see right through this shit. It doesn't motivate me. I'm thinking, hey, man, if we got to whack somebody, we whack somebody. That's the military's for. James Bunch died of gunshot suicide and reported that the black book of people he contained the names of influential people who visited prostitutes. Oh, yeah, man. Freaking, that was Hooker Haven over there. James Wilson was found dead in May 1993 from the parents hanging suicide. Oh, yeah, Kathy Ferguson. Was she the one, ex-wife of Arkansas Danny Trooper Ferguson? She was found dead in her living room with a gunshot. That was the one. She used to be a model and stuff like that. She had a gunshot to her head, ruled a suicide, even though there were several packed suitcases. Yeah, man, I always pack my suitcases before I commit suicide, man. Like, she's going to go somewhere. She committed suicide before she went somewhere. Okay. Anyway, but in Arkansas, man, you know who owns the coroner? Anyway, the political machine. So, Bill Shelton, Arkansas State Trooper and fiance of Kathy Ferguson, critical of the suicide ruling of his fiance. He was found dead. He was a truther, man. He was a truther. He's dead. Gunshot wound, man. Ruled a suicide. Gandhi Bach. Should I go over all this shit? Maybe not. But you know what? I just got to tell you this. Any of these freaking profit freaking yo-yos on the airwaves that are telling you, yeah, man, I'm dropping dimes on the IMF and I'm dropping dimes on, this big organization, these political leaders, and I'm telling you how it is. Oh, they're so full of shit. I'm going to tell you one thing. The deal is that they're telling you this. I'll give it to you real succinctly. Their real goal is for you to reject the American system. And you're thinking, it doesn't work. That's what they want you to think, man. It does work. Nobody's got the freaking balls to play hardball back, man. And I'm not saying be direct frontal assault, but you got a right to defend yourself, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Everybody's got that inherent right. If they're coming after you and they want to kill you, you kill them first, man. That's the way I look at it. Screw it, man. These are the ones that they had information. These are about Mena, Arkansas. They had, he was running away from something. He died of a motorcycle, slammed in the back of a truck, stabbed 113 times. Was he a suicide? I don't know, maybe. So loads of them, man. Loads of them, man. Oh, yeah, the bodyguards. Yeah, the Clinton bodyguards, man. The Major Barkley, Captain Reynolds, Sergeant Hanley, all the cops, man, they're dead. I don't know if these are cops or military. I don't know if they're military and cops. But, anybody was protecting the Clintons. They saw all the shit that was going on. And, I don't even give a damn if old Billy Boy freaking screws every freaking hooker in the world. I don't give a damn. The thing is, it bugs me about this guy. He sold us out down the river to China, baby, with freaking missile technology for campaign contributions. You think I'm going to freaking give a damn if he screws every freaking broad there is in the freaking world? No, I don't give a damn. I mean, he loses the Christian vote there. That's what he's scared of, but I'm not going to look at that. He sold us right down the river to China, man, long time ago, many times over. I mean, there's all kinds of technology. The lock, stock, and barrel went over to freaking China. Missile technology. They put them decades ahead. They didn't abandon communism even on the, what do you call it? On the outside. Like Russia abandoned communism supposedly. Externally. That's what they try to present. China didn't even do that, man. What the frick are you giving them in this crap? Campaign contributions, man. I don't even give a damn what Bill. If Bill Clinton smoked weed and all this kind of crap like that, and Bill Clinton played around, and Bill Clinton had a lot of fun. Actually, I'm going to tell you one thing about Bill Clinton. Actually, I kind of like the guy in some ways, because I know as a person, everything I heard about Bill Clinton, 1-to-1 as a person, he actually acts like he's actually a human good guy. He just got this insatiable appetite for more power and political whatever. But as a human being, a 1-to-1, that guy is actually a good guy. His wife is an asshole. She's bad news. I'm telling you straight up. But they're a team. That's the other problem, man. But, I don't want to just pick on him. I don't want to make it look like this is a pro-Bush thing, because Bush is a load of shit. I mean, the whole damn thing, the whole family's freaking been running the presidency since the Reagan times. Who the hell you think was pulling the strings behind Ronnie Reagan the whole time? It was old CIA Director George Herbert Walker Bush, baby. You know what I mean? Now, I'm telling you this flat out because of this reason. None of these damn freaking yo-yos that are telling you that they're a whistleblower on this and that, and I got the goods on it. If they got the goods on anybody, they ain't gonna be breathing very long. Okay. I mean, they're either telling you a load of shit to make a lot of money, get a lot of freaking publicity off of their airwaves, which is Alex Jones things. Oh, by the way, Alex Jones, he laughs his ass off about the money bombs. At one time they actually tried to take him off of YouTube, but you know what I got to me? I says, everybody was like, oh, they're trying to stop the truth with Alex Jones. So, it makes YouTube look bad, like they're trying to stop the truth, right? Oh. And then all these people say, oh, that can't be, because it makes him more credible then, you know what I mean? And the thing is, this guy is actually laughing his ass off all the way to the bank every time he put out a money bomb. Everybody's freaking. Jeff Rench does the same shit, too. I mean, PayPal me with his little PayPal. The guy's making $400,000 a year, man. Telling you Russia's great and the United States is a piece of shit. That's basically the Jeff Rench freaking thing. But at least Jeff Rench doesn't act like Alex Jones. I'm just telling you right now, man. There are no freaking these were the whistleblowers, man. See this word here? Body bag? Body bag, right? Body bag. That's the word you got to remember. Body bag is for whistleblowers, man. That's what happens. And they kill them. All right? So if they're still talking and they're still whistleblowing, now me, I don't know. Maybe I'm not big enough yet, but I don't know. You know what? If I get big, man, I'm going to be like putting the guard dogs out, man. I'll tell you right now, man, I'm not going to even freaking waste a second. Do the best I can. That's all I got to tell you. But I'm telling you right now, these guys are full of it. JFK Jr., he definitely would have been a senator of New York. Who would not have been a senator of New York? Oh, who? Hillary, right? President Hillary Clinton. According to Warren Buffett, and I think Warren Buffett gets what the hell when he says something, man, you just say, no. You want to bet? And you see, this is the whole deal, man. They want you to reject the American way. So when shit goes down, they're going to come in and going to install something else. If you can't make the shit work with the tools we got here right now, it ain't going to work. You don't need a truther. You just got to freaking reject these yo-yos. But the problem is, nobody does. Maybe you got 1%. 1% even bother to vote against these guys, both political machines. 1% does that. If that. That's your problem, man. So, I don't know if I'm putting out this update. I don't know what good it's going to do because people, I don't know, I think they feed off of freaking drama and shit like that. It's like, oh my God, the truthers and yeah, man. I don't know, this shit's been wrong a long time. I mean, President Abe Lincoln, he suspended habeas corpus during the Civil War. He installed martial law. Actually, yeah, he freed the slaves in the states of only the states that split from the Union after the Civil War started. He wasn't a freaking saint either, man. None of them are, man. None of them are. Ugh. But that doesn't mean we don't have the best system in the world. We do. Problem is, hey, man, I don't know. You know what it's going to take? It's going to take the military and the police. Don't be anti-police. I mean, I know some of them are bad news, and they get, emphasized a lot on YouTube. Every single cop that does something wrong, man, there's definitely going to be a video. Well, I mean, I know there's cops that do stuff wrong. I mean, there are cops that do stuff wrong. I'm not going to be stupid about this, but there's a lot of cops that do a lot of stuff right and do a real lot of stuff right, too. But you know what it's going to take? It's going to take the police and the military to straighten out this shit. We got to work with them, man. They're not our enemies. There may be some rotten apples in every group, but generally speaking, they are not our enemies. And that's the only way this shit's going to happen. Because the alternative media and these truthers are constantly barraging you with shit about, even all the cops are bad. That's not true. I mean, most of them are good. believe it or not. Most of them put up with a lot of shit every day, and sometimes they go a little too stressed. But I mean, hey, even then when they go a little get too stressed, they're not that bad. Because if you were under a militaristic society, man, they can get a lot worse. They don't even have to freaking, give you a freaking, inch of leeway in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? So we got a pretty damn good system here in the USA. And, I don't know. Old Billy, Billy actually, man, I'll tell you the truth, man, that guy, I kind of like him in a way, but I think what really pissed me off about him is that he sold us down the river, man. But I don't really like the Republicans either. I don't like either one of them, man. They're all selling us out. And like I said, I don't even want to emphasize that these are just the Clinton body bags, because there's a lot of Bush body bags, too. There's a lot of body bags and anybody drops dimes. Anybody drops a lot of dimes is whacked. And if you see a major media people out there in the truther movement for many years making loads of money, they're full of it. They're liars. The only thing they're doing is basically, besides making money off your drama, is to instill in you that the situation is hopeless and it's us against them, where it isn't us against them. It's we need to work with the honest government people, the honest cops, and the honest military to work against this bullshit. Because there's a hell of a lot more honest of us than there are freaking crooked in them. Big problem is, if you throw some money at some honest people, they usually turn. That works with everybody, right? Throw enough money at them, But, sometimes that don't work, too. Sometimes that don't work, so we got to work with the good guys in every area, and that includes the cops and the military and the government. Just remember that. They're not our enemies. A few of them are, but mostly they're not.